Hello, everybody. This is Peter McDowell, and I'm really pleased to welcome you to this live stream. And I'm going to invite our musicians in. Great. Hello and welcome. So why don't you let us know what your names are? I'm not like the best at pronouncing all Hungarian names. Tell us your names and where you are right now.
I can start. I'm Eva Polgár, and even though you can't tell from the background, but we're sitting here at Azusa Pacific University, where I'm a piano professor. And I'm one of the classical pianists of the show. László?
I'm László Borbély, classical pianist from Budapest. I'm a freelancer pianist and also a teacher at the Liszt Academy of Music in Budapest. And we had a really great time with Eva in the last 2 days because I was one of the judges during the international Los Angeles Liszt competition. So we had a great time together.
And is it your first time in Los Angeles?
No, this is my second time, as I was prize winner 20 years ago here at the same international Liszt competition. So,
but you haven't been back for 20 years?
Maybe.
Well, amazing. I love that.
Yeah, second time back.
Yes.
Hello, I am Gábor Varga, and I play jazz and improvisation, folk songs, Hungarian folk songs, and I enjoy play together with Eva and László. Sorry for my English; it's a little bit.
No, it's good. It's good. How did you all meet each other?
You want to start?
We play together in a studio, or record together in the studio in a Hunia Records in Hungary, and Robert Hunka, he is the owner
of the label.
Yes,
and the producer,
and he
introduced us to each other.
Yes, to each other.
How many CDs do you have with Robert?
6 CDs.
Yeah.
And I made 60. Yes.
I don't know the exact number. I have 9 or 10.
And then I recorded my first CD for the Hunia Records like 2 years ago, and I think I was the last person to be brought into our triage.
Yes.
And it was the recording label's idea of like, hey, László is going to come to the Liszt competition, and I'm already based here, so why don't we get together and find a cool project to present in the States?
And every project met together at the same time, so it was such a mystery.
Yes. Stars aligned.
Great. And so then you decided to have 3 concerts in 3 cities. I guess you can tell us a little bit about that. I put the banner up that says, what day is what city, but you're about to do your first city.
Yes. So we start in Los Angeles because, as I'm based here and I'm very familiar with the music scene, it would have been too bad to miss the sunshine. So we're moving from the summer to the winter, and we also have actually the opportunity to rehearse here. So there has been a lot of reasons to start our show in Los Angeles with the Colbert School of Music, and then everyone's dream, the Carnegie Hall on November 27. And November 29, we end at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. So we're very excited. 3 pianists, 3 shows, 3 cities. Works out.
Yes.
Great. I put the so the way this works is that we're live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and then people can put questions or comments if they want. We don't have any right now, but also this will be recorded and people will be able to make comments later. But I just put in a link for the tickets for Zipper Hall, which is tomorrow at the Colburn School in Los Angeles. And it starts at 7:30, and that's Tuesday, November 22nd. I don't know, tell me a little bit about the repertoire that you chose for this concert, and then maybe we can, you recorded a few short clips from your rehearsal that maybe we can take a look at. So tell me a little bit about how you came up with the repertoire for this concert.
It wasn't a question for us to organize a program with Hungarian music. Why? Because we are in the US and we are Hungarians. So I think this is a great fortune that not only Hungarians, but the entire world are having such a great genius composers like Franz Liszt, Béla Bartók, as well Zoltán Kodály. And we have a very, very great variety of folk songs. And this is one of the reasons why we decided to work together with Gábor. And the other reason is that Bartók was really fond of jazz, you know. And Liszt himself was one of the first inventors of classical music. So he composed very modern, very progressive pieces already in the 19th century. So somehow it was the reason. And personally, I really love to play Liszt and Bartók's music. I recorded some Liszt, and now I have a 2 years long recording session under Hunia label with Bartók's piano concerti. Sorry, I spoke too much.
Basically, the way we bring in Bartók and Kodály, of course, they collected folk songs in Hungary, and Liszt had this interest in folk music and gypsy music in particular. He has 19 Hungarian rhapsodies. I will play number 6 out of them, and so we moved to Bartók and Kodály. And whereas I could easily say that László is a Bartók expert, I feel really comfortable
I'm trying my best.
in Kodály's birth, who also celebrates his 140th birth anniversary this year, 2022.
This December.
This is December 16, so
yes.
We're getting close. And if Bartók and Kodály, then definitely Hungarian folk songs. That's the artistry and specialty of Gábor.
Yes, when I am a jazz pianist, but I don't want to play really jazz tomorrow. I want to play a folk music and improvisation like a folk music. So I think this is very important. We must together the sound. Kodály, Bartók, and Liszt, so classical. But when somebody thinking of a jazz pianist, thinking always he must play standards, and I think this is very, very interested when I improvisation, not just standards, folk music, and that was my idea.
Yeah, and I think it's rare, especially in the States, to hear such a combination. Improvisation on Bartók. We hear improvisation on Bach a lot, but want to hear something even more interesting than be there tomorrow at Zipperhall.
And for example, I'm going to play the improvisations on Hungarian folk songs. This is a classical piece where Bartók improvised and this composition based on a lot of improvisation-like patterns.
So all roots was the same.
Yes.
Yeah, I've noticed that people are more and more doing improvisations based on, say, Ravel or Chopin. I have a friend, a Polish jazz singer named Grażyna Augustczyk, and she does a lot with Chopin. So I think it's an interesting topic. I also just you guys sent me some more videos, so I think I'm getting those uploaded. But let's start with the first two. Which one do you want to start with? The three of you together, or the Gábor solo?
Let's do the Gábor solo. I think that's
okay. And you want to introduce this for us?
Oh, I think so. Maybe yes. When I play the flower song, this is the most beautiful and famous Hungarian folk song. And I think
what I like today about your improvisation is that it's very atmospheric and transparent and fragile in a way.
Great. All right, well, let's listen to this. I think it's less than 2 minutes, and we'll see how it goes here.
Perfect. Yeah. So
az este a székeknél volt, de hogyha kell.
It was just a small bit, actually.
it's to keep people interested to hear more.
Right. Absolutely. Okay, so what's this next one with the three of you playing?
The three of us is the Bartók. That's going to be actually the grand finale of the concert. Of all three concerts, we end the same way.
Oh, you want me to I can do the solo ones first if maybe you want.
Who's
This is
solo
gonna
first? Let's
Continue
continue.
with list.
I volunteer. Let's do my solo. And that's going to be a little bit of from Franz Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsody number 6.
No,
You
this
think is this the right one? No.
no.
This is Bartók.
Okay.
Continue with this.
Yeah,
as well.
let's take this one first. So this is
Perpetuum
Perpetuum
mobile.
mobile.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, you can tell patterns. Very important for Bartók, very important in improvisation.
I love that one. That was great. Let's see what else we have here.
We have one Bartók solo piece and one list. Very short.
The Ava solo and the László solo are both still uploading. So
we can continue with Eva solo.
They're not ready yet. I'll keep checking.
Oh, great.
And we have another recording where he played together with Gábor. He improvised on our Bartók Bulgarian rhythm piece.
The three pianist video, did that come true? This is the musician's life, especially with the list competition this weekend, to be ready and cover up for undelivered results and things like that. So it's the artistry of time management.
Let's see. I mean, I just have the one that you said was, I think, the grand finale. I also have this.
This is the grand finale.
Ah, okay. You want to do it now?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not the right one.
It's not the right one.
No, the right
It's
one
very
because
slow and we find it.
know. Yes, this is
That was the first time we
It's
played.
a look into the rehearsal process, which is the whole point of a live stream.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it's we started rehearsing in the summer because we live in 3 different locations. It's quite a challenge to bring us together, and the 3 of us have not met since July. And back then we rehearsed in a small town, but never actually in this setting. So we really thought this through. But in terms of piano playing, like, we are exploring a lot of the spontaneous aspect of our program and the dynamics of the 3 of us playing.
great. I now have I have László's solo ready to play. If you're ready,
Okay.
get ready.
You should be honest. Yeah. That's great.
High energy.
Yeah.
It's great. The microphone doesn't pick up the sound yet.
Sorry, I muted myself. Tell us what that piece was.
Yeah, sorry. It was the beginning of the Allegro Barbaro
By which composer?
by Bartók.
Bartók. Okay,
Yes.
great. Okay, and then I think maybe yes. All right, finally we have Ava's solo piece. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Some healthy self-criticism right there.
Beautiful. I have a question for you, which is sort of unrelated, and sort of unrelated, but I want to ask you, what do you think is the most beautiful place in Hungary? Like, if I was going to go somewhere, I mean, obviously Budapest is amazing, but besides Budapest.
Yes, for me, it's Sopron. This is the west side of Hungary, a little city, 15,000 people live there, and I born in there. And for me, for my heart, is the most beautiful city, Sopron.
How do you spell it? How do you?
I think it's
S O P, like Peter.
Yeah.
O R, like Robert.
Yeah.
O and N.
Sopron. Sopron. Okay.
Sopron.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sopron.
Liszt used to visit there a lot, so it was.
Yes.
It's not only your favorite city. A place that Liszt didn't visit is probably in the Danube Band, and don't start me on spelling, but it's called Zebegény. And that's my hometown. It's on the water with some hills and pretty close to the capital. Lots of nature if you like hiking.
And my favorite part of the country, named Őrség, I wouldn't like to pronounce because it's so hard to pronounce Ö. It's very Hungarian. And this is on the western part, just very few footsteps from the Austrian border. And it has a very unique atmosphere. Everything is green. The climate is absolutely beautiful and totally different from any other places in Hungary. There are so small villages, very nice people. So I really like to go there to have recreation and so on. So this is my very favorite place. Regia.
We'll put those on. We'll put those in the chat so people who watch it later can look these up. Look up the names of these places. But I thought I would do. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit more about what people can expect tomorrow night at Zipper Hall, and I'm going to upload a photo of Zipper Hall just so we can see it because it's very beautiful.
The program is going to start with Bartók's Mikrokosmos for two pianos. It has 7 movements. Bartók composed it early on, but when they moved with his wife to the United States, he arranged it for 2 pianos so they could tour with it. And now László and I are playing the first 4 pieces as the show opener. And then what's your solo part?
Then I gonna play two Csárdas, composed by Liszt. Csárdas is a very something very Hungarian. It is a dance. And so the first is Csárdas, and the second is stubborn Csárdas obstiné. And after these 2 masterworks, I gonna play Bartók's Allegro Barbaro. After, I gonna continue with improvisations on Hungarian peasant songs. And finally, I gonna play the other Csárdas, the longest one, the biggest one, Csárdas Macabre, also by Liszt.
And then in this 45 minutes first half, I'm going to conclude with some more Liszt and Kodály. So from Kodály, there's a waltz set to stay with the dance form, and improvisation, actually meditation on a Debussy motif, which is not very Hungarian, but very impressionistic, very typical for the turn of the century style of Kodály. And then to Liszt, I take a very dark piece that is called Sursum Corda. It's dark because it's tone and the chords, but it's very uplifting. The title says, Lift Up Your Hearts. It's one of Liszt's more religious pieces. And then I finish with his Hungarian style, the Hungarian Rhapsody No. 6. After which we hand the stage over to Gábor.
Yes, and after I play minimum 6 folk songs or 7. I don't know yet, but because I really improvisation. You know, when I play something, then I begin improvisation, and this is every time is different, and every time I improvisation like I feel myself on the stage, and I think this is the most important thing when you improvisation. You don't need learn before everything.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like this when somebody improvisation only with patterns.
Yeah.
I like the free music.
Yeah.
And this is where classical playing and jazz playing can meet.
Yeah.
Because classical players having written scores, written pieces, but we have to recreate them somehow on the spot.
Yep.
So it needs a very special kind of energy and a very special kind of creativity.
And this is why we call our program Carpathian Impressions, because it's our focus point of free and organized and very organic and yet structured, or jazz yet classical, and coming from the Carpathian Valley, a pure Hungarian folk songs, meeting composers' ideas, how they develop it, Kodály Bartók, in this Carpathian Basin.
Great.
And you know, when somebody play good classical music, then you feel the music born on the stage, like a really improvisation, because all the masters are not just players. Similar improvisations too.
Yeah.
Liszt, example.
And we know that Liszt started all of his concerts with kind of improvisation, with a prelude. Right,
I've heard about that.
What had a very, very close relationship with the program he played. And Chopin did it similarly. So it was a strong custom in the 19th century.
So this is a first ever attempt for us to bring all this together in one program for you.
Great. Well, I'm super excited. I'm going to be there tomorrow night. A bunch of us are going to be at Zipper Hall at Colburn School in Los Angeles, November 22nd, 7:30. If you don't live in LA, if you can't come to that, let your friends know. And if you're watching this after that happens, you can always come to Carnegie Hall on November 27th, which is a Sunday, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, also at 7:30, or the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday, the 29th, also at 7:30. And I'm going to suggest, you can think about it, I'm going to suggest that we do at least 1 or 2 more of these when you're on the road. We could do one in New York and one in D.C. If you want. And you could tell us how it's going. But I think we should sign off for now. It's been about 30 minutes. So, and you guys have to rest up for tomorrow and rehearse and all that. So you can see a little bit. I can't figure out how to show this slide without our faces in front of it, but you get a sense, you get to see the piano at the bottom, how beautiful Zipper Hall is. It's really a lovely little hall. And yeah, thank you all so much for your time and for doing this for us. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you, and warm welcome to the show.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.